Okay, boys and girls, let's get started with our lesson. We have our grid, and we know that the first line is called the skyline. The second line, the dotted line, is called the plane line. The third line is called the grass line, and the last line, the fourth line, is called the worm line. Okay, this is our writing grid, and it's very important, boys and girls, to know what each line is called. So when you hear me say we're going to start at the skyline, or if you hear me say we're going to start at the plane line and go down, you'll know exactly what I mean. You're going to need your crayon. Show me blue, boys and girls. Very good. We're going to take our blue and we're going to start at the skyline. We said the skyline was the first line. And we're going to trace the line all the way down. When we think of the sky, we think of the color blue. The next line is our plane line. And take a look at it, boys and girls. It's the dashed line. So we're going to color that line black. It looks like a runway, like the car or the airplane is ready to take off. The third line is the grass line. And when we think of the grass line, we think of the color green. Show me green. And we're going to color that line or trace it in green. The last line, show me brown. There you go. The last line we're going to trace in brown. This is called our worm line. When we hear the word worm line or worm, we think of earth and brown. It's the last, it's at the bottom. Okay, there we are. Now, okay, so we've colored our lines. We know what each one means. The first line is our skyline. Second line is our plane line. Third line is called our grass line. And the last line is our worm line. Very good, boys and girls. Now what you're going to do, you're going to need your scissors. And we're going to cut out the pictures, boys and girls. The pictures are the sky, the plane, grass, and a worm. Guess where we're going to paste them? Yes, we're going to glue them next to the box that belongs to the picture. The skyline belongs to the first line because it's the blue. The skyline is the first line. So we're going to cut out each picture. And when I cut out my pictures, boys and girls, I like to cut them all out at the same time. And that way, it will be easier for me when I get ready to glue them on. Okay, there's 4 pictures. You're going to need your glue stick. And this is what I like to do. I like to take my glue stick and just do one swipe on each box. Then take my pictures and put them in. The first line is the skyline. The second line is the plane line. The third line is the grass line. And who can tell me what the fourth line is? Very good. I can hear it. The worm line. Very good, boys and girls. Excellent. Now what we're going to do, boys and girls, we're going to leave our coloring for last. We're going to take our pencils and we're going to look at our picture. What letter is this, boys and girls? P. That's correct, P. What sound does the letter P make? P. Not P. P. Now, take a look at the letters. We have a 1. We have numbers and arrows. Number 1 says start here, and the arrow says go down. So we're going to start at the skyline, and we're going to go down to the grass line and stop. Number 2 says you're going to go move your pencil around from the skyline and over to make the P. So watch me, boys and girls. Number 1 says start here at the skyline and go down all the way to the grass line. I'm going to pick up my pencil and I'm going to watch the arrow. It's telling me to move to the right all the way down and around the plane line. Very good. That's our letter P. The lowercase p is a hanging letter. You see, it's hanging down to the worm line. This is the first time letter that we've made that we're using our worm line. Letter P is a hanging letter. It starts underneath the plane line. So take a look. Number 1 says, just like the uppercase letter, it's telling me to start underneath the plane line and go down to the worm line and stop. Then I'm going to pick up my pencil and I'm going to start at number 2 at the plane line and move around. And there's our lowercase p. Let's see if we can do one all by ourselves. Skyline to the plane line. Skyline to the grass line. Pick your pencil up and go around and on the plane line. Now let's try this lowercase letter. We're going to go underneath the plane line all the way down to the worm line. This is a hanging letter. Then we're going to pick up our pencil and we're going to move around like a half circle. And that's the lowercase p. Let's try one more time. Skyline to the grass line. Pick up your pencil and make a half circle just like that. Then for the lowercase letter, we're going to go from the plane line all the way down to the worm line. Pick up our pencil and go around to the grass line. And that's it, boys and girls. There's our letter P. And because we know that our lines and what they mean, it makes it easier for us. So now it's time to color our paper, our pictures. So we're going to start with the skyline, color it blue. Color my sun yellow. I'm going to color the airplane black. And we're going to color the grass line green, the picture of the grass green. And we'll color my flower. You can color your flower any color you want. And the worm line, the last line is our worm line. Brown. And there we are. There you have it, boys and girls. Okay, let's just review for a minute what we've learned. We've learned that our writing paper has 4 lines. The first line is the skyline. The second line is the plane line. And the plane line moves to your right. The next line, the third line, is our grass line. And we colored it green. The last line is our worm line. And the worm line is for hanging letters. Very good, boys and girls. You did a great job today. We worked on the letter P, uppercase letter P, and the lowercase letter P. The uppercase letter P is a skyline letter. It starts at the top. The lowercase letter is a plain line letter. It starts underneath the plain line. That's it for the day, boys and girls. See you next time.